What's up, geeks and gamers? My name is Draymond, and welcome to Thorium Gaming. We're back with episode 58 of Freezer to Fallout, our adventures through the post-apocalyptic Boston wasteland. Now we only have one little small piece to pick up before we can finally complete the main storyline for Far Harbor, and that's the nuclear launch key. And we gotta go inside this hotel that's a confusing maze and mess. I know this from previous experience. Before we head on in, though, where is Piper? Of course, during the last episode, we picked up the other pieces of assault marine armor. And we can pass those over to her now. There we go, we got a his and hers matching set. So getting up to this place, we had to deal with a bunch of super mutants. So we're gonna go inside. Apparently we've passed Best Left Forgotten. Did level up though. So we can take the inspirational perk, which will give us a little bit more carry weight for our companions. Now if I remember correctly, there's a safe room in here somewhere that we gotta find. Once we deal with all the super mutants and their tomfoolery. Times like this, I really realize I'm not playing survival right now, because he'd already be dead. And a blazing baton. Yay for things that are absolutely terrible no matter what you do. Alright, so we need to find the safe room.
That's it.
So I'm guessing there's something in here. We gotta... Wow. Okay, that works too. Looking around forever would have been terrible. Alright, so what we need to do... We got a dead guy with a pistol here. Might as well take the ammo since it doesn't weigh anything on this. Safe room terminal.
My job. You're going to give me that key, and I'm going to get paid.
Hey, the world's over. Are you really... Ah!
Scream all you want, Arnie. Everyone's been evacuated. It's just you and me. Now focus. Where is the key?
Rot in hell! Ah!
We can do this all day, Arnie.
Fine. The hell's it matter? It's on the boat. Fringe Cove docks. Combinations 44, 6, 75, 12.
Now, was that so hard? So long, Captain. Now where the hell's the release to this...
Sorry, Franny. You're stuck with me.
Alright, so... that happened. We'll listen to this one on our way out.
It's me. I'm at the Grand. In our old suite. 485130. That's the key to the safe room they installed in case of the bombs. Franny, I need you to come quick. I don't know when they'll be coming for me, so I prepped the boat in case we need to make a rapid exit. But I can't be a part of this. Nuclear war? I won't do it. And I'm not gonna let anyone else use my submarine to blow up the damn world. Please, Franny. I need you here. This is the end. Let's spend it together.
Alright, so it sounds like the captain of the nuclear sub was actually a decent bloke. Alright, so let's see where that key actually ended up. So cleansing the land is actually really, really bad. Okay, so that's where the nuclear launch key is. We can fast travel there in a second. So there's a few different endings, and I don't want to spoil them all, but it really depends on who you want to side with on Far Harbor. Now, we're playing as the Minutemen and trying to be the good guys. We're going to try and save as many lives as possible, regardless of their views. So that counts out a couple of the factions, including DiMas. The reason we're picking up the key, though, it could come down to some rather bad things later on. So let's go over to the French Cove docks. We'll grab that key. At least it'll be in our hands and out of the hands of the children of Adam. Oh, apparently there's enemies nearby. And it's the wrong button. That car is going to explode soon. And one of those guys is a super mutant overlord. Alright, where are you hiding at? There you are. Alright, that takes care of him. Looks like we got one more on the ground here. Oh, it's a mutant hound. Alright, so that should take care of everybody and allow us to fast travel. We just really want to keep that nuclear launch key out of the hands of bad guys. Alright, so we just got to pick it up, and that will allow us to do possibly any one of the endings. But we know exactly how, well, I know exactly how we're going to do things, because we want to play the good guy end. We want to be the Minutemen, restore as much Far Harbor as we can. Generally speaking, we don't want to be jerks to everyone on the island. We want to allow them to have their independence. At the same time, we don't want the atrocities to go unpunished. So I have a plan. Alright, so that gives us the nuclear launch key. And these anglers are giving me a run for my money. They just keep coming. I was totally not what I was expecting when we jumped off into the water. Gotta love the slowdown time effect that we got on our armor now. Ooh. A calibrated good radium rifle. That's definitely going to come in handy when we go off to Nuka World. Radium rifles have a bonus effect to them. Not only do they do massive amounts of damage up front, they're pretty much as good as a combat rifle, but they also do rad damage. We can remove that marker now. So, we do have a few options, and some of them don't seem that bad. Tell Far Harbor about Avery's murder. We're not actually going to do that. We're going to head back to Acadia and talk to Kasumi. But radiation damage really helps you out when you're dealing with humanoid enemies. Not so good against some things, especially like ghouls and Children of Adam, but everything else takes a lot of damage from it. Alright, so we can't talk to DiMas, but we can complete Faraday's quest and Chase's quest.
I've got those storage drives you asked for.
Oh, that's great. Thank you. Just the two? Really? I somehow thought there were three.
Well, there was a locked chest.
I did notice a locked chest that I couldn't open. Maybe the last one was in there. Do you have the key?
Key? Chest? I'm afraid I don't know. You know what? This is fine. Just these two is fine. Well, you did your part, so I'll do mine. Thank you for recovering these.
Alright, so that's Faraday taken care of. We are not talking to DiMas. Not yet, anyway. We need to find Chase. I think this is her right here.
It'll mean a lot to us if you can find that missing synth.
Your missing synth was jumped by cannibal trappers. He didn't survive.
That poor bastard. That synth came here to live in peace, and we failed him in the worst way possible. It's my fault. I should have gone out there to meet him. Damn it all. I'm glad we were able to bring some closure to the matter. You deserve this. And shall we say 200 caps?
Oh, well, we're sorry for your loss.
I'm sorry things didn't turn out better. I wish they had.
You and I both. Thanks again for your help. Be safe out there.
Hitman's agitated improved automatic Institute pistol. Well, there's her Institute background showing up. Hey, Piper. So we're definitely overburdened now. Stop walking away, girl. Back here. There we go.
Looking for something specific?
Yeah, to lighten our inventory so we can actually, you know, keep moving. So we'll have a few. Apparently, she's full up. So we'll have a few different weapons. That handmade rifle, as soon as we can get ammo for it, is going to be great.
You're back. So, what did you find? Can we really trust DiMas? Or is he hiding something?
Well, let's tell her everything.
I found DiMas' earliest memories. He murdered and replaced someone in Far Harbor. Then he covered it up, even hiding the knowledge of it from himself.
Damn it. I was hoping I was wrong. But I just knew there was something. Do you know why he did it?
I think he was more desperate. There was other ways around it.
I think he was desperate. He thought it was the only way.
Has Acadia been a mistake this whole time? Is it worth saving? There are good people, synths here.
You should go home, Kasumi.
You should head home, Kasumi. Back to the Commonwealth.
I've been thinking about that actually, but I need to see this through. There are synths here I care about. Maybe when this is over, we can talk about it again?
Alright, so we talked to Kasumi. Now we just have to talk to DiMas, I believe. If we tell Far Harbor, they come in and things go bad. So we're going to confront DiMas. Alright, so we just need to go upstairs and talk to DiMas now that we've talked to Kasumi. Hopefully sort these things out. One thing we should take into account here, our special stats, Charisma's at 10. Because I think there's going to be a lot of convincing going on. So we're going to have to up that a little bit. So let's see what we got. Nothing in our armor, but do we have some great mentats on us? We do. So great mentats will boost our charisma by 5. Vim won't do anything. Did we pick up any alcohol while we were out there? Endurance and strength. So bourbon won't do it for us. I don't think we picked up any whiskey. No, we didn't. Alright, so the great mentats are probably going to have to be the one.
I hope you don't mind, but I had Chase shadow you. She saw you entering and leaving the nucleus. And Faraday tells me that there's been some theft from his office. A certain computer program he and I had been working on. So, you know about my memories. I can only ask you to return whatever you found to me. They are mine, after all.
Well, we have the nuclear launch key.
I have a memory of yours about a nuclear launch key. You knew how to detonate the sub in the nucleus all along.
Give me a moment. I need to remember for myself. So, I chose to forget the launch key even existed. Poor Confessor Martin. Was I lying to him all that time? The submarine is rusted into the dry dock. The only target that missile is ever going to hit is the base itself. The nucleus. Where the children of Adam live. We have to keep that key out of the wrong hands. The nucleus has innocent people living there among the zealots threatening Far Harbor.
Well, we'll protect the nucleus. We are trying to save as many lives as possible.
I found the launch key already. I'll make sure it's never used.
Thank you. Was there anything else in my memories? Some way we can work towards peace?
The wind turbine kill switch.
One of your memories was about a kill switch you installed to shut down power to Far Harbor and let the fog take them. It's all here on this holotape.
Let me see this. I remember. I was afraid that Far Harbor might turn against us. See us as too different for their precious island. So I made a contingency plan. Mass murder. I hid the kill switch code because I couldn't stomach the thought of actually using it. Then I hid the memory because I couldn't even stand knowing I made it. What have I done? If the children of Adam were to ever get a hold of that code, they would destroy Far Harbor.
I'll protect Far Harbor.
Don't worry, DiMas. I already have the code. Our harbor is safe.
Good. Now we just need to find some way to end this conflict. Have you found anything else in my memories?
Oh, Captain Avery.
Your memories led me to a gravesite. You killed Captain Avery and replaced her with a synth. So you could control Far Harbor.
What? That's impossible. Let me see what you found. I did it. I killed a woman from Far Harbor and replaced her. I stripped a synth's identity from her and made her an agent.
Well, how do we proceed from here?
Let's be practical. How do we proceed from here?
You're right. We have to focus on what has to be done now. I'm starting to see things more clearly. We have to keep this secret from Far Harbor. If they knew I had done this, they wouldn't destroy just me. They'd come after Acadia. And then, without us, the fog condensers will eventually fall into disrepair. Everyone will die. I have an idea. There's still a way we can bring peace. But the fact that I've replaced a human with a synth must remain hidden.
No, DiMas. That's not the way this works. I believe that synths and humans are equal, so you gotta live up to one single standard.
Make your case to the people of Far Harbor, DiMas. Let them decide.
And if their judgment is to destroy Acadia, the synths I've gathered here are innocent. I'm responsible for them being here.
Trust in humanity.
You said you wanted human and synth kind to be equal. Well, now you have to prove it. Tell them the truth. Trust that they'll do the right thing.
You're right. We can't be above any other living being. When something terrible is done, there have to be repercussions. I'll go. The people of Far Harbor will have to decide what to do with me. And I will have to hope Acadia will be spared.
You can't. DiMas, if you go down there, you're not coming back up.
My dear Faraday, you know there is no other option.
DiMas, there are always options. Don't do this. Don't leave.
If atoning for my actions can keep you safe, well, I care for you all too much to do anything else.
DiMas, please.
Be strong, Faraday. It will be all right.
Alright, so we convinced him. Now we need to see him brought to justice, and that's in Far Harbor itself. So let's get down there.
Your trust in Far Harbor is not misplaced.
We're going to go to the Beaver Creek Lanes, and we're going to walk into Far Harbor.
This radiation, the better.
There's a lot of stuff you can miss just by hopping right there if you're not looking in the right direction. So we're just going to walk into Far Harbor, and this should complete what I think is the morally best ending to the Far Harbor DLC. Then we can get prepped to head to Nuka World.
My long walk is over.
What's this about?
People of Far Harbor, you know me. We have lived peacefully together for years. We have come to trust each other in our way, but I've betrayed that trust, and I've kept the truth from all of you. Early on, during Acadia's founding, I murdered one of your own. I replaced them with one of mine.
What? Who?
The identity of my agent must remain hidden. They are as much a victim in this as anyone. They will do you no further harm. I am the only one to blame.
Well, we want to defend him, and at the same time not defend him. So, go on, DiMas.
Go on.
I wanted to prove that humanity and synth could coexist. That we did not have to fear each other. But I went too far. I see that now. I only ask that you judge me and not what we've built together. Allow the peace between Acadia and Far Harbor to last beyond this.
Peace? You call murdering one of ours peace? I say we end this bastard and then burn his whole goddamn Acadia to the ground!
Alan, enough. DiMas will pay for his crime, but not Acadia. His path you want leads to murder. Cold-blooded murder.
We leave them be. We'll never know if they're killing and replacing us one by one. No. We kill every last one of them just to be sure. Who's with me?
Acadia is innocent.
Acadia's blameless. You have your criminal here. Judge him, and him alone.
You're not... even... You... God damn it.
Don't listen to the mainlander. My brother knows what we've got to do.
See the hull? That's thanks to the mainlander, a true friend of the harbor.
You going to listen to Alan's hate-mongering? You even remember who did the captain's dance?
Mainlander cleared my farm, avenged my family, more than the rest of you ever did for me.
What's Alan really ever done? Caused trouble. Remember who cleared the lumber mill? Remember who's given us a new chance to take back our island?
My uncle's safe and alive. The strangers always steered us right.
Enough. I'll back down.
Alan, the harbor's spoken. So this ends here, Dima. Murder's a serious crime. There's only the one punishment for it. If you have any last words, now's the time.
I'm sorry.
Mitch. Every homestead, town, and people has a dark side. But if we're ever to know peace, we don't let the worst of us define us. So justice has been done. And I expect everyone to respect the peace between us and Acadia.
Harbor's safest we're going to get. You ever get a gnawing in your belly to do something crazy? Reason, sense, steering
Just
your
one
wheel?
synth component off DiMas. Well, it's a sad end, but all those little side quests that we did paid off in the end. They came back, everyone here supported us. Well, all but one person supported us. Who was always against us, because it's Balin's brother. Well, sister. So now we just have to talk to Kasumi, and we can get her off to home. Which means another trip back up to Acadia. But it is nice how all the individual things that we pieced together over this journey came back and helped us out in the end. And we only did maybe a third of the content in Far Harbor towards the final goals. There's still lots to do. So nothing's spoiled for the rest of you guys. There's still tons out there to do and have fun with. Now we just gotta talk to Kasumi and get her home.
Dean is gone. He found out the truth and now he's paid for it. We did the right thing, didn't we?
We did the right thing.
He killed someone. He had to answer for that.
You're right. Hey, listen. So, when you first showed up, you came to get me, to bring me home. I've been thinking a lot about that. I hurt Kenji and Ray by leaving, didn't I? I could have just stayed home, pretended everything was all right, but I left them. Should I go back? They obviously still care about me, or who they think I am. They need a daughter. They deserve to have one. Everything in Acadia has been settled. I found my answers. Maybe it's time I did something for someone else.
You're not a synth, Kasumi.
Kasumi, please, listen to me. You're not a synth. You're the real Kasumi. You're their daughter.
That's the thing, isn't it? Now I'll never really know. That idea is always going to be there, somewhere in the back of my mind. But you're right. I'm real enough, aren't I? Maybe that's all anyone can be sure of. I need to start packing, and I should start saying goodbye to everyone. Thank you for everything. Maybe I'll see you back in the Commonwealth?
Well, it does bring to mind a certain quote. I don't remember who said it, but are we more than our thoughts? Or are we just the accumulation of our experiences? Some profound stuff, to be honest. It's nice to see it within a game. It's actually the second time I've seen it within a game. The other one being Edie from Mass Effect. Brings to mind a whole bunch of things. Are we more than just our thoughts? I don't know. Now we could essentially blow up the Children of Adam right now, but we're going to get rid of that one. Don't need to continue on with it. We have essentially completed Far Harbor, at least the baseline, but as you can see there are a ton of places we didn't even go to. Little bits of the island that, well, we never got out to. The Oceanarium, being a big one off in the distance, Cranberry Island Bog. If you're playing the Minutemen, there's a lot of different settlements out here, and you'll want to grab them if you're playing survival. But we're not done just yet. We're going to go back to the Commonwealth. Talk to Mr. Nakano.
Mom? Dad? I'm home.
Kasumi? Oh my god. My baby is okay.
Welcome back home, Kasumi.
It's good to be home.
You saved my daughter. Thank you.
Well, we were happy to help.
Happy to do it, Kenji.
You don't often see kindness in the Commonwealth. I will never forget this.
Kasumi, does this mean you know we're your parents, right? You're not a sin.
I know, Mom. I'm sorry. I was just so confused. I wanted to go somewhere. Anywhere.
It's okay, Kasumi. You're home now.
Well, next time you should listen to her, Kenji.
Listen to Kasumi next time, Kenji. Don't just try to keep her safe. Talk to her.
I know. I will. I was holding on so tightly, I almost lost her. There's one last thing you and I need to discuss. Your reward for bringing my daughter home safely. We don't have much to offer, but my father traveled the Commonwealth. He had quite a collection before he died. I buried it all near the house. I'm not the explorer he was. I don't need them. I think they would be better with you.
Well, normally I'd be tempted to say I don't need a reward, but I've never actually accepted the reward for this, so...
Thank you, Kenji.
You've earned it. You traveled far and back to get me answers. Thank you again. You saved my family. We won't forget that.
Alright, so... now we need to find out where... the stash of supplies is. It's a miscellaneous one. Dig up the stash of supplies. It's just over here. And there we go, an irradiated agitated laser rifle. So that's actually going to help us out a lot too with all the raiders we're going to be fighting. Lots of ammo. 308 rifle.
Hey.
You should actually be able to carry a bit more now, shouldn't you? Not as much as I would hope. But you know what, guys? It's going to be a short one this week. We managed to complete Far Harbor, and we're rocking some really awesome armor now. So while it's a little bit short, we just had to finish that off. So come next Sunday, we are going to be headed off to Nuka World, and all of the fun that comes with it. I'm going to do a bunch of minor updates and tweaks to our gear, our equipment in that time, and it'll be great. So if you like the video, guys, please consider hitting that like button. If you'd like to join up with the 232, be part of our community, just hit that subscribe button and make sure you turn a notification on so you'll miss when the new video comes out. But remember, guys, life is a game, so play to win. And until next time, take care.